Welcome to GamerStation's Browser Games of the Week for the week of January 29th, and I'm your host, Steven SnakeYukin Lindsey. The newest click-play game is here, and if you play the previous ones, you'll know what to do in this one. For those who are uninitiated, what you must do is find the play button hidden in each of the stages. This will often involve clicking and dragging objects in the environment to find them or to get something to work so you can find the play button. You know, such as killing balloons with attack. If you've watched our previous videos, then you know I don't play RPGs all the way through because, well, I don't really have the time to. I've only played about half an hour of this game, and here's what I know. You control a mage who is either a water or fire mage, I played as fire, who is trying to be the best in the land. The battles are turn-based, but not in the traditional sense. You have an attacking and defensive stage where you can either choose to defend or to attack, and both with either a high or low form. The main problem with the game is that you can feel ill-suited for a battle because, well, you put your points into another stat that, well, doesn't work out so much. Pretty much, if you see that the enemy has more attack bolts than you, then you likely didn't level up right. Who knew that working at a retail video game store was filled with random battles with customers that is fought out in a Pokemon style of battle system? I sure know I didn't. There's no real story to the game. Simply, you just need to level up till you can take on the super nerd. Not to be confused with the angry video game nerd or the irate gamer or anyone else that wants to be like that. Also, with the money you obtain, you can purchase upgrades such as HP, health rejuvenation, and experience gain. Okay, I will admit, I really don't like this game, but I know it's a good game and people will like it. Like games like Halo, Gears of War, Killzone, and things on the Wii. The game is a brawler and the story is forgettable. They killed my paw and now I must get revenge! Now you must go around beating the shizzle out of anyone who dares to get on screen with you. My main issue is that you can't turn around the opposite direction once you start an attack, and sometimes it feels sluggish to do after an attack has ended. The heavy attack seems a little too slow, and sometimes enemies will decide to become immune to blows, and of course, you'll get punched right in the face. I gotta say, I think Betty had it coming. She's complaining at you for being a little slow, so she gets kidnapped by aliens. That's what we call karma, each. So now it's up to you, the faithful and devoted boyfriend, to save her asterisk. Unfortunately though, you have a disease that makes you unable to stop moving, so you gotta keep moving in a direction, and the only way to go in another is to run into a wall. Avoid the many dangers at each level, and you just might save your girlfriend. Or leave her to get probed. Well, as you can clearly see, this Gear Hero isn't a Guitar Hero clone involving gears. It's an RPG. An easy RPG on the lower levels, and one that can be a little challenging on the upper levels. Trust me, you are a competitor who is entering the arena for glory! Actually, there's no real point story-wise other than for personal glory! Okay, I'll quit that now. Battles are traditional turn-based, but the leveling is similar to Final Fantasy X. But not exactly. After each battle, you'll be given the option to move 2 spaces on a grid, and the spots on them increases certain stats. With your money, buy new things like cat ears or 3 top hats, new spells like a 1-up, or invest it at the bank like your mommy wanted you to. Also, be prepared to face drunks, zombies, ninjas, and of course raptors with jetpacks. My god, the cuteness, it burns! Okay, this game is so fuzzy dice cute that most of us will probably feel ashamed to play it, unless you're a child, or a girl that likes really cute things, but the game isn't really bad. Actually, I would say if you're a kid or you have a kid, let them play it. If you don't have one, steal one and let them play it. Warning, GamerStation does not condone the kidnapping of children. The story is that Drake lives in a village that has one day been turned to stone while he was away. Now he has turned into a dragon and he must kill the Dark Wizard. Though there's one big problem with the game that I must point out. You can't jump on enemies! Seriously, why can't I? This wouldn't be a big deal if your enemies didn't like to be in positions that jumping on them would be the best way to deal with them because your fire breath doesn't always seem to work right. Plus, how do they harm me? I mean, I can understand the one with the horn, but I mean, a lizard in an iron lung hurts me? Oh! In the rock! But now that I think about it, is it kind of creepy that Drake just stares at you whenever you quit moving? It's a point-and-click game set in the sewers of all places. To beat it all, the story is that you fell into a sewer while walking down the street. How does that really even happen? Anyways, for the game itself, it is a little easy, but I like the occasional easy point-and-click games. But I must say, what sewer company really thinks it's wise to have such puzzling ways to get out of a sewer? To open a gate, you have to move a switch. To do that, you have to feed an alligator, but you can't catch a fish that lives in the sewer with your hands, so you gotta get a fishing rod. Oh, but there's no one readily available, so you gotta create one of your own, and you have to use corn as bait, because we all know fish like corn. And then you feed the fish to the alligator. That's all completely easy. It appears that Pac-Man fever continues on. If you're like me, you've liked Pac-Man, but you were never really that good at it. Pactime is doing something different than most other Pac-Man games out there. But I'm kind of unsure if I love it or not, if I want to strangle somebody. See, what you do is guide Pac-Man via laying down a stream of continuous pellets. Go left, he goes left. Go right, and he goes right. Eventually. Now that you master the controls, you need to avoid ghosts, as well as getting those precious fruits. Or in those rare occasions with power pellets, you can eat the ghost. The problem is that it can be quite challenging at times to figure out if you'll actually hit those or not. When you move left, Pac-Man has a bit to wait till he actually moves because of the pellet trail. Don't be too surprised if you find yourself often missing the fruits and hitting the ghost. But it's a unique take on a classic game, so you gotta try it out at least. Okay, I typically don't like these type of games, but oh well. You are Mr. Agriafiak, and he's in a mouse avoider game of sorts. See, your goal is to not touch certain other colored Mr. Agriafiak unless you have changed to their color. If you're the right color, then collide with them to kill them. Or something like that. If you can keep hitting those that are the same color as you are at the moment, your combo will increase. But hit the wrong color and you lose health and your combo restarts. My big complaint is that there's no way to pause the game that I'm aware of. Really? Really? Does someone think that we don't want to take a bathroom break or talk to our girlfriends? Has this ever happened to any of you out there? You're bringing your date back to your pad for the night, but when you get back, a bunch of strangers have decided to throw a party. Now it's up to you to throw out all the people there, be it with a throw or a punch that blasts them into outer space. Some of these partiers can be easier thrown out than others. Some require you to find things for them, such as keys, a mix CD, or even toilet paper. Why can't you just simply throw them out? Well, because they'll come back. They have a key to a certain room because, well, you're not like most normal people, or they will break something. I mean, why can't you just call the cops? Wouldn't that be what most people do anyways? Anyways, in the end, perhaps you get some special time with your special lady. Maybe. I haven't finished it yet. And we have another mouse avoider game of sorts on our list. Your goal is to collect balls that appear from the middle of the screen. Depending on the level, their speed can be fast or slow, big or small. To help you out with the different color balls on screen, with a simple click of the mouse, you can change your color to collect different colored balls. Also, you might be able to feed that to a certain creature in the later levels, but I wasn't able to get that far. And now for our classic browser game of the week. This is where we point out a classic browser game, one that's over a year old that we still like to play to this day. And our pick for this week is Time for Coop. Is that how you pronounce it? Well, anyways, as soon as I started playing this game, I could never stop. Well, I couldn't stop till I got to a level that my brain couldn't apparently comprehend. The game revolves around you controlling a character who is being guided and talked to by a different version of himself. In that aspect, I suppose it's a little trippy. The gimmick of the game is that you can switch between two layers of the world. And with that, this week's Browser Games of the Week list comes to an end. Now, if you don't know, each and every Sunday we're going to be having a new video up in this series. So all you gotta do is subscribe to us to be up to date on these videos, our previews, reviews, contests, giveaways, and anything else we're doing. Also, if you like this video, please like it, rate it, fave it, tell your friends, comment, and do a boogie woogie. And lastly, coming this week, if I can get to it properly, we will be having a nice little announcement that may surprise some of you out there. So stay tuned for that announcement.